Folks, welcome back to Threes In. Bobo here. So, as promised earlier, I'm going to tell you a story that Beverly shared with me after we got to know each other a little bit. I don't know why it came through my mind the other day, but it just popped up, and I thought, this is not a bad story to share on the channel. So, Beverly got sober in Indianapolis, Indiana, and she had a friend in the program, and this friend apparently was taking a trip south. Now, I'm pretty sure this was before the days of cell phones like we have today. But anyway, this guy's heading south, and as he's driving along, he has a thought go through his mind that said, call your sponsor. Well, he thinks to himself, I'm driving along here, I'm feeling pretty good, I don't need to talk to my sponsor, I'm doing well. And so he kind of put it off and continued south, and thought comes through, call your sponsor. Well, okay then. So he said, I probably could use the facilities anyway. So he pulled into this convenience store and went into the convenience store, inspected the plumbing, came back out, found a payphone there on the wall, and gave his sponsor a call, chatted with him for a little bit. And that brings up another point. Often we're encouraged to call our sponsors when we're having good days, just to share the good and the bad that we experience. So he talks to his sponsor a little bit and feeling pretty good about himself and everything. Says goodbye, hangs up, and heads back to his car. On his way to his car, he spots a cop car sitting off to the side. And he takes a minute and he thinks to himself, man, all those times I gave those cops a bad time when I was drinking. God, I was terrible to those guys. He'd been pulled over a fair few number of times, and he'd given them a ration of crap one way or the other. And he thought, those guys didn't deserve that. They're out doing their job, and it's a thankless job sometimes. And he said, how in the world can I make amends to every cop that I was nasty to? And he thought to himself even further. He said, I suppose I can start by telling this guy how much I appreciate him. So he walked over to the cop car and he tapped on the window, and the guy unrolled the window. The police officer unrolled the window and said, can I help you? And he said, yes, sir. He says, my name is Eric Schmuckenfuss. And he says, I'm a recovering alcoholic. And he says, I saw you sitting here. And he said, there's no way I can make amends to every police officer that I was nasty to. But I saw you sitting here, and I thought, I just want to take a moment to tell you how much I appreciate the job you do and what you have to put up with from the general public, and how it's made a difference in my life, a positive difference. And it didn't go unnoticed, and I really appreciate it. And about that time, he looked down at the police officer, and he saw tears coming down the cop's face. And he kind of looked at him a little closer, and he says, are you okay? And the cop sat there, and he looked up at him. He said, I'm just at that point where I didn't think anybody cared. I didn't think anybody cared. I just wondered what the hell was it all about. And at that time, he looked down in the cop's lap, and he saw he had his gun in his lap. And the cop said, I just want to thank you for stopping by. I just want to thank you for stopping by and telling that to me. Well, the guy said, no problem, officer. He said, you guys mean a lot to me and to us. So thank you. And he turned around and went back, and that's all of that story that was shared with me. But that's a story, like so many others that I have, that I think need to be shared, because they are stories of life. And we're all in this together, one way or another. We're all in it together. And if I can share a story like this and it has an impact with you or somebody else along the line, that's wonderful. That really is wonderful, like Beverly shared it with me. We never know who's going to be put in our place, or whose place we're going to be put into, or whatever, and the impact we will have. But that's sort of an uplifting story here this afternoon that I thought I'd share with you. With that, this is Bobo, Bass Gear. Stop.